The Passover celebration. See how the crowd is rushing back and forth? First they're going left, then right, then left again. They're really moving. You can hear the hubbub. Hubbub, 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 hubbub. And now the crowd is just milling about. And the fact that it was the Passover wasn't lost on Jesus' disciples. Peter and John were especially curious about arrangements.
I'm telling you, we are never going to get reservations for the Passover. The street, every place is packed. A few years back, my wife and I tried to get a place on short notice. Forget about it. You need to book at least 6 months ahead.
Well, what I'm saying is, I'm sure Jesus lied something up.
Why don't we know about it? Someone should be setting things up right now.
Peter, John, would you come over here?
See, I bet he'll tell us where we're eating Passover.
I want you to fix the Passover meal.
Us?
Have you ever tasted Peter's cooking, Jesus?
Hey, you're the one who tried to make the fish pie. And besides, where are we going to do this?
When you enter the city, you'll meet a man carrying a jar of water. Follow him to the house he enters and say to the owner of the house that the teacher asks where the guest room is. He'll show you a large upper room, all furnished. Make preparations for the Passover there.
Can you say that last part again?
Last part?
Yeah, everything after you needed God carrying a jug of water.
I've got it, Jesus. We're on it.
Great, there must be a million people, and everybody's carrying something. Like we're ever going to see some guy carrying a jug of water.
I'll see him.
You wouldn't see him if he was carrying a camel. The streets are just too crowded.
Hey, there he is. Like Jesus said, follow me.
Boy, there's going to be no way to John after this.
Later, all the disciples were gathered in the upper room. See how they're sitting together? Outside, the crowds have thinned out as all over the city, families and friends celebrate the Passover together.
Hubbub, 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 hubbub.
Hubbub, 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 hubbub.
I said the crowds have thinned out. They're quieter than that. Better. In the upper room, Jesus was...
I've been longing to eat this meal with you before my suffering begins.
Hey, this is a party, right? What's with all the suffering about?
Jesus took a cup and gave thanks. He passed the cup to one of his disciples and said,
Take this and divide it among you. For I tell you, I will not drink again of the vine until the kingdom of God comes.
Then Jesus took bread, gave thanks, then broke the bread and gave it to his disciples. Jesus said,
This is my body given for you. Eat it to remember me.
The disciples looked at each other. They all seemed to know that something important was happening. They just weren't sure what. Then Jesus said something they just couldn't believe.
The hand of him who is going to betray me is with mine on the table.
What? Betray you? Who would betray you?
Jesus, are you sure about this?
If I catch that dirty rat who betrays you, it's not going to be great.
The disciples were shocked. How could anyone at the table betray Jesus? They'd traveled together for years. They'd shared meals, cried together, seen miracles together. It just couldn't happen. Or could it?
Dun,